Well, just use first year to have a lot of fun, to be honest, because in second year and third year, even though I'm still in first year, I know like things are going to pick up.
Everyone hates it at some point, like everyone considers dropping out, and you realise that everyone has had that low point where they've gone, I'm just going to give it up.
I think my main bit of advice is to try and get to know people before you start. So for example, I met the CMP lot before, and I also met my housemates before as well on Facebook.
Other than you, I didn't know anyone before I came.
Really?
I didn't know.
Huh. So yeah, like find them on Facebook, try and communicate with them, like see who you like the most and stuff like that.
Yeah, at least your flatmates. Because I think knowing at least one person.
Yeah, like I found it easier to
Yeah.
know you. And I remember I recognised Liam as well.
I remember at the
On the
freshers
first day.
at a ball.
Oh yeah! It's good times.
Don't necessarily always listen to promoters about great
Yeah.
events because they're not always so great, and you get hyped up for them. And then I went to one, and it was just the
stood
club was
outside
too
for half of
cramped,
it.
and it was just too hot, and the music was rubbish, and there was just no point in me going.
So it's great because there are events outside of the university and all the clubs, because they know it's a huge week for freshers, but don't think that you have to go to them all.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'd say just get involved with meeting people. I think that's quite important. Like, just get out, meet your flat, meet people around you, and especially on your course, meet, like, just put yourself out there a bit, even if that's not really who you are. I wouldn't say change who you are, but I mean, just try and get involved as much as you can. That would be what I would say.
Like, do as many things as you can. Like try as many just like societies and clubs, and go out and do things that you've never done before, and that question who you are. Because that's just, it's an opportunity, so you might as well take it.
Don't be afraid to have friends over as well from home. Like,
Yeah.
they say don't have them over for a long period of time, but I've had some friends stay for a good 4 or 5 days, and they've not
I
said
thought you were going to
anything.
stay 4 or 5 weeks then. I was going to say, when did this happen?
No.
Probably pre-drink, purely because there are a lot of times when I didn't, and especially with the freshers ball, I ended up spending about 40 quid just on alcohol, and I wasn't even drunk.
I would say just get as involved as you can. Everybody's in the same boat, like they're all really nervous and are a bit shy to kind of like make the first move to speak to people, but in that initial first few weeks, that's like your window, like your main window. Just meet as many people as you can, because that's what everyone's expecting you to do. So you just got to random people, they're happy to chat to you. So just like get out and about and do as much as you can.
Don't feel the need that you have to get a job in first year.
Yes.
Because your parents will pressure you.
Yep.
I know that firsthand.
Yep.
Because Bath is expensive. No one's gonna lie there. But you don't really have, it's not a thing you have to do. You can feel free to just get to know yourself, get to know the people around you, get to know the city of Bath, and you don't have to do it. Second year might be a good idea. I know I am.
I will say in the first, it's probably going to be really cliche advice, but I'd say that really three main things. One, look after yourself. So really make sure that, if you're going to do nights out and stuff like that, that you do look after yourself, that you do, get a lot of sleep in Freshers Week particularly, that you really, that you don't kind of go too mad and spend all your money, because you don't want to put yourself in a bad position at the end of the term and stress yourself out. That's not a good idea. I'd say to, you know, meet new people. You know, it can be really, really daunting. But I can say personally for me, I was someone that, like, when I came to uni, I knew, you know, hardly anyone here. I really went out my way to meet loads of different new people outside my flat, people outside my course, and really it put you in good stead, because there'll be, I don't know, say scenarios where you're on a night out, or you're somewhere, or you're, you know, an event, and you lose your friends for whatever reason, and just by chance, you know, I've seen another group that I know, and it's kind of little bits like that, and having people that you know all around the university really helps.
Don't think that you have to go out to every event. Like, it's nice to have a part, like, even if it's a party in a flat somewhere, or just chilling in a flat to make friends just casually.
Yeah.
Don't think you're not going to miss anything. No. You're going to have plenty to go out to throughout the rest of the year and years to come.
I found that actually we went out and did events and stuff like that, and then we actually had a movie night in, and it was nice. That was a nicer bonding experience, having a movie night in, sat down all on one singular sofa, like, and just talking, like, either we were talking through the film or we were watching parts of it and just genuinely having a laugh. That was such a nice bonding experience than going out and getting completely...
Yeah. We did joking drunk yoga. I've still got pictures of that. It was great fun. We all just, like, sat around and think, what would be entertaining to do?
We played cards quite a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of card playing. Bring cards.
Yeah.
And then I'd say lastly, kind of to do with the getting to know people, but really immerse yourself. Really go for things. When I joined my course, I was so, like, scared, kind of, like, worried about doing things, but you've got to literally just believe in yourself. You've got this place at university, you've got this opportunity, take anything and just really run with it. So, yeah.
Like, I remember, like, originally, because, like, I was from London and it was like a kind of a long way from home, I was like, I'm not gonna make a lot of friends, this, that and that. But as I said, like, literally in the first week, I think I made, like, majority, like, for all the people that I currently know, I made friends with them all within, like, that first week. For example, you, like, I met you on that first week, became friends. A lot of people just in that first week just made friends with them and kept, like, in touch. Good friends. So, yeah.
It was for you.
Yes. Well, we've only known each other 6 months. No, less than 6 months. And we have a very, very weird friendship because we were very close. Yeah. But I just talk to everyone and then you make friends, you know? Like, there'll be someone in every lesson and then you just form little groups and then people come in and join you and then you have little girls' nights and drink hot chocolate and it's great and you make some mug cakes and...
I feel like this goes back to the point I made earlier about like the Facebook chats, if you, like, get to know people on there as well, which I found helpful. So.
I think it kind of depends how big your course is, because you're on, like, quite a small course, there aren't very many of you, so you could meet everyone, whereas education is, like, huge. And even history is quite big, and so you sort of, by the end of the year, I don't know most people who do education. Like, I could probably just about recognise faces of people who do history who actually turn up to the lectures, so they're a bit lame. But the education, like, it's so big that I don't think you'd ever know everyone that did the course.
Ooh. Not to begin with. It wasn't until kind of Christmas-ish where, like, you kind of get more cemented with people, and it's just getting to know. Like, I take a long time to get to know people. So yeah. It's not difficult to make friends, but it's difficult to make close friendships, I'd say. But that's just me.
I don't know, because I feel it was difficult because you know, you've made a lot of friends where you come from, and then you come to a new place, you really don't know anyone. And I think even after, like, a year or even, you know, a short period of being here, you can't really replicate those kind of friends you've known for 18 years back at home, because, you know, that's like a lifetime friend you can't replicate. So I'd say don't try and ask too much of, like, new relationships, because that, you know, they can't ever replace people. They're just different people. But that being said, try and, you know, put yourself out there and get to know people, and you can still find people that way. So.
Yes, purely because I'd kind of, well, before starting uni, I kind of spoke to people on like the Facebook chats and stuff like that, and kind of built like a kind of selection of friends already. But then from those friends, they had flatmates who obviously I wasn't living with, and I met their friends and made friends with them. I mean, I guess it's slightly more difficult for people who either aren't as social or they commute, purely because like they just aren't around enough. I'd say one of the major things you need to do is either go to a society or actually properly go out on nights out, just so you get to meet these new people and stuff like that.
So I think like I said before, however much you like put into it, like is how much you get out. So you just need to make a big effort, and then you can meet as many people as you want because everyone's really friendly.
Yes and no. Some people, depending on what course you're on, can be a bit unfriendly. Other people can be delightful. And I think my flat is wonderful. So I make friends quite easily, I'd say.
Oh well, luckily enough, I actually kind of did some pre-friending beforehand. So we had a couple of pages set up. There was an official one and let's just say an unofficial one beforehand, set up by club promoters. So it was quite good there because I met a few people through there. We started to chat. I met some people on my course. I actually met my flatmates before I came here through those pages, so I'd recommend to all students, as soon as those Facebook pages and stuff become available, make sure you get yourself on them. They're really kind of good, kind of puts past all that anxiety, that kind of pre-coming to university anxiety that exists. But for me, no, I really, obviously it's a kind of bit nerve-wracking, big move and stuff, but really you've got to think that everyone is in the same situation. A lot of people will seem more confident, but they're really not. You know, it's a big change for, you know, almost everyone. And I'd say as well, one piece of advice is always talk to the people that aren't in like accommodation. So if you know that someone is like coming from say Bristol or something and they're not living on campus accommodation or private accommodation, always make an extra effort to talk to them, I'd say, because quite often I've got a couple of friends with the first couple of weeks felt that they weren't as included as much because they weren't involved as much as the socials. So really make sure you involve them. Because then, you know, you've got a good friend, you know, for university then, because they'll appreciate the fact that you've done that. Talk to everyone. You will meet lots of people in university that are, you know, from all, I hate the kind of cliche phrase of all walks of life, but it's totally true. All different, you know, even different opinions from you, different kind of lifestyles, different ways of thinking. But really, for me, it's actually learning from other people and learning about what they do. Particularly, one of the most amazing things is learning from people from different countries. You know, you kind of think you know things about countries, but really, I've been taught a lot about stuff that I didn't even know. And Bath Spa's got a really big international students population, so really take advantage of that. One of my closest friends is actually from Poland, and I just love hearing about all their mad stories from Poland. So yeah, that's really good.
I think it's easy to make initial friends in the way that before you come to uni, everyone goes on the Facebook groups, gets to know each other. Like we met via Facebook. Yeah, via Facebook. You two met via Facebook, and so you make so many friends that way. And then finding like the people who you're going to stick with.
Yeah.
It takes time.
I feel like you get to know so many people in the Facebook groups and it's so nice, you get so close with everyone. But then once you get to university, like your schedule changes, and so you don't see those people as much, and you've got, as well as like finding time to go out clubbing, to find time to do the work, you've got to find time to actually stick with those people that you met, because you wouldn't have become friends with them in the first place if they weren't
There wasn't something
special.
there.
Yeah, and so it's definitely worth sticking with those people, because they will 90% of the time they'll turn out to be people that you should probably stick with.
And don't assume that your flatmates are going to become your best friends.
No, don't do that.
Friends, fine, but don't think you're just going to stick around with them the entire time. But then at the same time, don't assume that you're going to hate each other.
Yeah.
In fact, we've actually got a page set up this year. We got a page set up early, and it's called Bath Spa Survivor Guide. You can find it on Facebook. If you just type it in, it should come up. And we kind of decided to do that because we thought it would be best to kind of get a kind of a jump on allowing students to really see the university as they're choosing it, as they're kind of looking at universities early on, rather than by the time they've chosen it get some more information. So we've got like current students on there, we've got all the different accommodation videos on there, and you can really see, you know, what we think, you know, really honest kind of opinion. And yeah, we'll talk about the positives and the negatives, we'll talk about our own experiences. So yeah, really check that out. That's Bath Spa Survival Guide on Facebook.